Tell me if you've ever heard this before. Man, that metaverse is the devil. Or, man, all that VR stuff is the mark of the beast. If you've heard these questions just like me or the many others that come with it, this video is just for you. That's right, it's time to talk about church in the metaverse. Let's get into it. Yo, it's your boy Jay Dunn, and welcome back to Getting Things Done, where we motivate you to get things done through faith and relevant technology. And look, that's exactly what we're talking about today. My beliefs and my favorite technology, VR. I've made it no hidden agenda on the channel that I am a man of faith. That's actually how I started my YouTube journey. But as I began to get more involved in virtual reality and mobile technology and the metaverse, I felt the best way I could serve the community was use this channel to really push that medium forward, that platform forward. But of course, I got a whole bunch of DMs, a whole bunch of text messages from other people in my faith saying, man, that metaverse stuff is a devil. It's not of God. It's not how you assemble together with other believers. And I was like, man, you're missing the point. Just like we thought television was the devil, just like we thought live streaming was the devil, we also think the metaverse is the devil, and that's just not what it is. In fact, I feel like the metaverse is the perfect platform for us to reach more and more people around the world with the gospel. So I begin to think about how to dismiss some of the doubt that comes with the church being a part of the metaverse. And I came across a social media post by a church by the name of Sun Valley Community Church. And it's just incredible what they're doing in virtual reality. That's right, they actually have church in the metaverse, in Horizon venues, live streaming services, as well as a platform within Horizon Worlds where they have a church building and everything. And I felt like I needed to reach out to that pastor and have a conversation with them about how they do church in the metaverse. Check out this interview. All right, so I am here today at Sun Valley Church inside of the metaverse. I'm super excited about this. That's right, we had to do it like this. That's right, confetti everywhere, confetti everywhere. All right, so who am I here with today?
Yeah, my name is Jason, or in the metaverse, I'm SV pastor. I'm actually the online campus pastor at Sun Valley Community Church.
All right, and just for the record, how long have you been in ministry?
Yeah, so I've been in ministry for a little over 10 years, and it's just been so cool to see all of the things I've got to experience, and now we're diving into VR.
So tell me this, why the metaverse?
Yeah, honestly, just at the end of the day, we believe as a church and as a leadership team that we want to go where people who don't know Jesus are, and we want to stay up to date with technology and where people are spending their time. And for us, like, our mission is to help people to meet, know, and follow Jesus, and we believe a metaverse is a part of that. So,
wow, I love the mission statement: meet, know, and follow Jesus. So, question. Why is it important to you, or why do you feel like it was important to be an early adopter? Why did the ministry feel like it was important to be an early adopter of the metaverse?
yeah, and for us, like, and if you study, like, in the history of church, especially recently with technology, something that we've all probably noticed is that most of the time churches lag a little behind other industries in technological advancements, from maybe internet, social media, other options. And for us, like, we really just were passionate about wanting to be a part of that first group that figures it out together with everyone else, because ultimately, like, there's people from day one who are jumping into the metaverse who don't have a relationship with God, but like, we feel like he's called us to be there for them.
A lot of people may not know this. So you guys have church not only in the building here as small groups and Bible studies and things like that, but you actually start broadcasting live in Horizon venues as well. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. So we have services currently on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Our 9 a.m. service, Pacific time. We do that in Horizon venues. And then we also have our church here during the week for small groups and for people to hang out. If you're new, let's say this Sunday, it's your first time to one of our services, there's an option, something that we tell about people, where you can text new to 48,000. And whenever you do that, me or one of our team members will reach out to them and just share with them the options that are available, see what kind of next steps they want to take in their faith, whether it's they want to join a group. We're going to be having events soon in this church during the week for people to hang out and meet each other. They want to get baptized, any of those. Really, it's just about connection. So they check out a service, they text in, they let us know that they came, and then we just want to share with them what's available.
Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. So I know one of the churches that was started in the VR community, it was called VR Church in Alt Space. One of the things they got in trouble with in the popular mindset of it is trying to do baptisms inside of virtual reality. You guys feel that's something that can be done, or is that something that you feel like that needs to still be something we keep sacred inside of the actual building? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, ultimately, I can't speak for every church, and it's so new. But for us, like, we're really just focused on keeping baptism outside of the metaverse and just kind of growing from there. So we have had people who attend our VR church and want to get baptized. At Sun Valley, we do something called at-home baptism, which basically means we'll send them a kit physically, and they can choose somewhere in their area, even if they don't live near one of our campuses, and they can get baptized in a lake, a pool, a bathtub, and they can invite friends and family and do all of that. So, yeah.
Man, that's awesome. So you guys actually have a built-in, what I love to hear is that there's a built-in process for new converts, especially, new folks coming into the metaverse. Some of these people may have never heard of Jesus. Some people may have never heard of the Gospels, and you guys have a process for them where they can text and things like that. What's some future plans that you guys have a desire for within the metaverse?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, so much of it depends on like what Meta comes up with technology wise, but I really would love for us in the next year or so to continue to invest and grow into what people are seeing behind me, like this campus and Horizon Worlds, and eventually maybe having video in the space and having services here and just growing our community and raising up leaders and helping people meet, know, and follow Jesus.
Awesome. So any criticisms that you've seen or critiques from maybe other ministries, or maybe some people who might feel, oh, this is maybe not the way God intended for us to do ministry?
Yeah, we've had a few, but honestly, the vast majority of people that have talked with us or that we've heard from or have reached out, they're really just praying and wrestling and thinking through what this looks like for their church. Because I think at the core, most churches or leadership teams who are doing what we're doing, like, they want to help people essentially meet, know, and follow Jesus. And you can definitely tell, though, people are just trying to wrap their head around what does this look like. So,
yeah. Any hiccups that you guys have seen in the process of building your church that maybe someone else who's maybe going through that process, maybe you could help them out? What's some things that you guys maybe ran into that you had to come up with new processes for?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think for us, the biggest process we want this VR church to be an extension of our entire church, not just to be its own separate solo thing. Like, we still want it to feel like Sun Valley. We still want our groups and the way people say yes to Jesus and experience service. Like, we don't want it to feel like it's completely isolated from the rest of our church. So for us, that's how we've spent a lot of our time, is how do we do this unique step in ministry, obviously different than in person, but also still feel like our church's DNA and culture.
Wow, that's a great answer, man. So what would you say to a church? Maybe they're a smaller church, maybe they're a bigger church. What would you say to the church body as a whole when it comes to possibly bringing in their body of ministry, of how they do ministry, into the metaverse? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say one, like, start off with just simply just doing your research, maybe looking into Horizon or looking into Alt Space, attending a service at a church in VR, attending a small group, and just experiencing it. And then for you, just pray about and talk about as a leadership team, like, how do you want to start? Not everybody has to start with a weekend service in a giant building. Maybe some people, their churches just should start with a small group in VR or some fun events to maybe build their community. So everybody's entry point is going to look a little bit different, but the big thing is just to really just kind of pray and talk and investigate. So we've had many people throughout this last, I don't know if it's 6 months, throughout this process in VR, we've had many people say yes to Jesus. We've had many people want to get baptized, want to join a small group, want to serve. Essentially what I'm saying is we've had many people who were not coming to church before this, but now are, and they not only have said yes to Jesus, but they're wanting to take next steps in their faith. And ultimately, that's one of the big reasons why the church exists, is to help people meet Jesus, but then also take next steps in their faith. And that's happening in VR.
Wow, I'm just amazed it was already happening when it comes to church in the metaverse. Listen, shout out to Sun Valley Community Church and the online community pastor, Jason, for taking the time out to come and answer these questions for the people, to make sure people understand that this is a good thing for the church. This is not a bad thing. This is my honest takeaway. The metaverse is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Over the next 5 to 10 years, the way we talk about internet today, smartphones, television, streaming, we're gonna be talking about the metaverse, virtual reality, and augmented reality glasses. I'm telling you guys, it's the wave of the future, and instead of being last, we need to be first in the metaverse. You know what you don't want to be last at either? Liking this video. Come on, subscribing to the channel, making sure that you're hitting the bell notification that you don't miss the next thing on the channel, because I promise you, we got a lot more content coming for you real soon. It's your boy Jay Dunn. I'll see you next time. Peace.